Well, we're recording for YouTube and we're recording for TikTok. Good evening everybody. This video we're going to review a stout, a toffee stout from Shindigger. So, TikTok and YouTube tonight all in one. Forgive me for moving about the camera here, I've got one there and one there. So, Shindigger Brewing Company, United Kingdom. Enjoy it 12 to 6 degrees. Well, I've only been in the fridge for a short time, so it's probably thereabouts, so we should get the full character of the flavour. So, a wee bit about it here. Deep roast, caramelised toffee and toasty malt with a slight bitterness, adding drinkability, sweet toffee flavours to finish. And there is the spider graph there for you to have a wee look at. Deep auburn, deep roast coffee and caramelised sugar, Goldings hops, black malt, chocolate malt, oats, extra pale, crystal malt and wheat malt. Community reviews, this is from Beer 52 incidentally. 4.5 ABV as well. 4.01 out of 5 stars, so not too bad indeed. So let's get into what the brewery, Shindigger Brewery, it was founded in 2013 by two mates making homebrew in their student flat in Manchester and selling it at house parties. Oh, naughty naughty. They are now one of the youngest brewing teams in the country and currently produce 40,000 pints a month. Never heard of Shindigger and never had any of their beers. So is there anything else we could go into for reviews or anything like that here? No. Afraid not. Not unless I can go in and search for Shindigger Stout. Ran over. Let's get this in the go. I'll give you a wee run round the can first here. I'll go to YouTube first. Can's in good nick. The labels are fixed pretty much perfectly. Silver top. Anything else on it that we need to know about story wise? No. Let's get it in the glass. I've always got a tissue handy here for when something explodes. So, nice dark colour. Caramaki coloured head. We can get that all in there. YouTube first for the wee look. It's really gassy head. I think that will disappear into nothing pretty quickly. Smells nice. It smells sweet. Sweet malt aroma. Like white chocolate as well. White chocolate there. Vanilla is pretty. It's got all the flavours happening. Got all the nosage happening flavours. Almost like red berries in there as well. It smells very fruity and sweet, and let's taste this. Bottoms up everybody. Yes, do you know what that reminds me of strongly here? Drygate's Orinoco, and that was like, was that cherry or berry stout or something. It's got that same magnificent flavour. Not as pungent on the second go round, but there's a long lasting sweety, fruity background right at the back of the palate there, right in the back of the mouth. Tongue's little kind of vibrating. It's not as good as Dry Gates Orinoco, I must say, because that stuff is stunningly delicious. But this is very reminiscent of it. I think they might have stole a wee idea off a Dry Gate. Got the dryness of the hop there. It's mainly the sweetness and that nice fruity, dark red fruit taste. Great stuff. See, the head's disappeared, as I expected. There's still a bit of carbonation happening in there. Don't know if you can see it in that wee camera there, it's focused to me, so there's still a bit of carbonating happening there, but it's a crisp head, so it's not going to stay creamy. Well folks, Shindigger Icon Series Toffee Stout. And the sweetness, you can imagine you're having a wee Highland toffee or two there, but it's more sweeter. It's like fruity sweetie to me. Toffee to me is a wee bit away in the background, but it's a really nice up front, something else there, it's sweeter. Excellent. Well, what time is it? It's the score time. What does the Hoppy Happy say? The score of this Toffee Stout, Shindigger Brewing, by the two guys that use it. I'd like to have, excuse me, that's me had one beer and that's me ready for my bed already. I'd like to know what their home brews consisted of. I might need to look them up if there's a story. That'd be interesting. Score wise, this is going to be a solid 8.5 out of 10. It's like a gassy texture that you wouldn't be able to enjoy 2 or 3 of them. It would get pretty boring on the palate after 1, 2 maybe. That's probably a good thing, because too much of a good thing, its interest wanes after a while, doesn't it? So I'd rather have one of these every so often and keep that same wowzer effect. Well folks, oh, it's nice. That's 8.5 out of 10. Purpose of TikTok, most of this stuff happens on the YouTube channel Hoppy Hippie. Look it up at Hoppy Hippie. You'll see all the beer reviews and how-tos and home brews in there. And back to YouTube. Thanks for joining us again, everybody. Hopefully the people on TikTok here get a wee following from there as well, and they take up the hobby. We're always into doing some, pardon me, it's very gassy. We'll do some tutorials to get people started in the home brewing hobby, and it's not as difficult as you may think or surmise. It's much easier than that. Same with any hobby, initial outlay is quite expensive, then once you start making pints of cider for 50p a pint, and nice bottles of ale for 75p a pint. That's with hops and all sorts of crystal malt. It's all beautiful stuff, and distilled water. Anyway, I'm going to crack this up here. I'm going to finish this off and hopefully get you on the next video. So have a good weekend, everybody. I'll speak to you soon.